Good hitting percentage in volleyball, so if you're over 400, you're having a very good day. And they go right back to Kocher against a triple block for Stanford. Popped up by Carrico. The joust falls on the SC side, and a point for the Cardinal.
Waller has also been having a great tournament. She had a huge match last year in the NCAA finals, though the team lost to Nebraska. She was huge at the regional finals last weekend, but that time was controlled. She's their third slide hitter. It makes it very difficult to stop that Stanford offense.
Ailes will set up Kleinman out of the back. Alex held to just 2 kills, a couple below her average in that first game. Gerard long on that swing.
And you know something is not quite right in the connection between setter and quick hitter when the ball comes off, as it did that time with backspin. A hitter always wants to put top spin on the ball to keep it diving and staying into the court rather than sailing long.
Waller with the tip, got it down, a piece of that sideline, the point for Stanford. Aaron, the junior from Baldwin, Missouri, has gotten hot late in the season, had 8 double-digit kill performances now in her last 12 matches. Carrico looks to Geisen. Cardinal rally to keep it alive. Carrico is going to go to Kocher with the back set and the kill.
Well, on that play, Johansson goes up in the middle, and Gerard, watch Gerard here. She's going to stand too far over that way, leaves a hole there. What she has to do is ignore Johansson a little more and lean over towards Kocher, where so many of those sets are going.
Have the radar gun with us for the national semis. 53 miles an hour on that spike speed from Asha Kocher. 3-2 Stanford early in game 2 after Southern Cal took the opener. Copenhagen swooping in. Keogh takes it out of the net. Akinradawo. Hogan pops it up. Copenhagen again tries to get it around the block. Kleinman was there. Out of the back, Barbosa. Good get by Urango. Keogh to Akinradawo. Beat the solo to the right.
And that's the kind of sharp angle that she's so capable of. She senses the block going to her left. First we see the nice dig by Urango back there. But watch how Akinradawo is, how fast she is. She gets off the net and right back up faster than any middle blocker in the country. And that's why she's already invited to be a part of the Olympic team, trying to make that final 12.
Karch, you agree with John Dunning and that she sees the defense as good as anybody in the game. And there she goes again, reading it perfectly.
And either you have to put the block on that angle and force her. This time the block leaves the same angle there. Johansson reaching a little too far to her right. You've got to adjust. You can't let a great hitter keep hitting the same shot time after time. Try to make her adjust. She might find the opening elsewhere, but still make them change. 7
kills now for Feluca. She's going at it again. Covered by Hildren. Tough pass to handle. Kleinman. They'll try and get her on track here in game 2. And a timeout called by Mick Haley as Stanford has jumped on top here 6-3. Trying to even things up. When we come back to Sacramento, we'll get to know the All-American middle blocker for the Cardinals.
Different than that.
Back here at Sacramento for our national semifinals. USC taking game 1, Stanford on top in game 2. It's the Feluca file. Let's get to know Akinradawo.
Hi, I'm Feluca Akinradawo, a junior middle blocker from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I wear goggles because I've been hit in the eye a lot of times with the volleyball when blocking. I'm majoring in human biology, and one day I hope to be an orthopedic surgeon. My ultimate sports center highlight would be hitting a ball so hard that it bursts.
441 her hitting percentage, Cars, the all-time NCAA leader.
You know, I guess that's a good problem to have, getting hit in the face on the block. It means you're getting way over the net.
Her shoulders get in the attack zone as well. She can get up in the air. And a free ball for Stanford. They'll try and feast on this with Feluca. Durango was there defensively. Kocher. And off the block wide, and Kleinman taps her chest and says, hey, my fault, did not turn that one back into the court.
You were exactly right. They had Kocher right where they wanted her. She was not in a good position to hit the ball jumping off one leg. That's not a design play for her to jump off one leg. But it went out of bounds, and Stanford let her off the hook.
Kleinman soars up for the kill over the top of the block.
Now, I don't know what you do on that one. SC finally adjusted. They pulled the block in, took away her sharp angle. She says, okay, I'll just go over you to the open spot in the middle. She has been so good. Coach Dunning has talked about amazingly. She's the freshman, but we have leaned on her so much this season, and she can handle it.
She's already matched her kills from game 1 early here in game 2, and Barboza, the junior from Long Beach, gets another one.
And Barboza hits the same area. The USC defense actually leaves some middle back open in that rotation. First Kleinman hits it, then Barboza for the points.
Carrico again pounds it on 2 with the left hand. That's her 3rd kill of the match.
Always a weapon you have to keep your eyes out for, and as soon as she drops that right hand and starts taking a swing with the left, a blocker has to be in front of her.
Barboza. Another one for Cynthia, who as an 11-year-old living in Long Beach was a big soccer player. And her mother took her to a volleyball match and just absolutely fell in love with the game of Misty May. And that's what triggered her love for volleyball. And now playing on the same stage that Misty used to play on. She won a national championship for Long Beach.
And Misty will be playing for the Olympics in the beach volleyball competition next year. Barboza would love to be there at that same Olympics on the indoor side.
Spent her summer in, amongst other places, Mexico, down in Rio de Janeiro as well with the U.S. national team.
And that's one of the reasons why they can't let her jump. Some weeks she takes no jumps in practice because she plays year-round, really has to recharge before the next match.
Kehoe back to Barboza. Kocher down to pop it up. And the quick set to Zoe Garrett for the kill.
You know, when you have an offensive weapon like Kocher, you don't expect much out of her defensively, but that was a great read. When the blocker pulls in, there's a vacancy, an open space there. That's a natural place for Barboza to drop it, but Kocher came up with it. Really good defensive play.
Not easy for that 6'4" frame to get down that low. This is what she's more accustomed to. The big swing from Asha in the kill.
But when they get defense out of her, and she had some great defensive plays last week in the process of beating Texas, that's just icing on the cake.
Another miscue on the serve receive for the Cardinal, and a point for Southern Cal.
Well, you can see there's Ailes, Lickman, 2 freshmen, and Barboza. But actually USC is going at the junior Barboza here, trying to get some of those missed passes that she showed last weekend against UCLA.
Ooh, Kleinman sweeping in with the back row attack. Alex now with 5 kills. That's over 50 miles an hour on the spike speed radar.
And that's a nice safety outlet to have. The play broke down a little, but she's coming out of the back row, still helps their offense.
Carrico goes back to Geisen. Overpass by Kleinman, and Garrett pounced on that.
Kleinman been playing great defense lately, but she tried to make that too good of a play. The best thing she could do is just put it to the 10-foot line. Kehoe is really fast and can get that ball, but she tries to make it perfect, goes over the net, and gave up a point for Stanford there.
Well, the strategy right now is to serve to Barboza. They do it again. Copenhagen with some good defense, and the lift called on Southern California. Kocher so far, 12 kills, close to 500 hitting. Feluca's picked up her numbers now, 7 kills. Kocher trying to cut it cross court. Waller to Copenhagen now. A couple of lift whistles on USC.
Coach Haley doesn't look too pleased with that one. Last year in the semifinals, UCLA got taken out of its game a little. Nellie Spicer, the All-American, got a number of double hit calls, contacts like that called on her. They ended up losing to Nebraska, but the UCLA was really challenging Nebraska before Nebraska wins the championship.
Keogh pops it up. Barbosa out of the back. Got it.
And that's what's so tough with this Stanford offense. You always have some hitter. It's either Barbosa or Kleinman barreling down the middle. The blockers on the outsides can't peel out too soon. They leave it wide open.
Johansson goes down the line, and Ailes couldn't dig it up. That's the first kill for Bethany, the senior from Los Gatos. One of the vocal leaders for Southern California. Led them in blocks this year. Keogh looks to the outside and Kleinman. Copenhagen with the swing, off the block and out.
And that really started with the defense of Hillgren. Coach Haley was talking about their libero from last year, Deborah Seelham.